Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing another Miniverse Make It Mini Halloween. We're doing the monster drinks. We've done all of them except for the rare. I have to wait till that comes to the store because there's a hack on how to get it by looking at the wrapper. I explained it in the jack-o'-lantern video, so make sure you check that out. But let's get the wrapper off and take a look inside. I already want to scream because I can see the table and it looks so fun. Look at that. That is adorable. Of course, we have a black base. It's very vibrant. I love it. Then we have all of our goodies. Let's take a look. We did get some purple, what does it say? Monster Punch. And they did give us a topper for that. This is the very fun tray, and I think we get to put like googly eye stickers on it at the end. That's gonna be fun. Of course, we have the drinking glasses. Here's all the fun stuff. Eyeballs. The googly eye eyeballs that actually move. Oh yeah, ice cubes. Looks like they give us a lot of ice cubes, so that's good. I like putting a lot of ice in my drinks. Tongs, the bat that goes on top of the capsule, and the cups. That should be it. So let's clean up and look at the instructions. This one has a few different steps. First, we're going to add the ice, it looks like, and then the resin. We're going to fill it up most of the way, but we're going to stop there and cure it. Then we're going to fill it the rest of the way with resin, cure it. Add the slightest bit of resin, add the eyeballs, cure it. And then you can place the googly eyes on the tray and decorate that. Oh, and you put mouthpieces on the glass too. That's cute. That way, if we have any air bubbles or anything that pops up, we can maybe cover it with a sticker, depending on where they are. So, let's take a look at these adorable little cups. I'm loving these packages because they're gonna go perfect with the spaces, a little grocery store. We could have a Halloween themed little supply thing. That is so cute. So I'm definitely keeping those boxes. Yes, and they are textured. You can see the bumps on it. One taller, one shorter and rounder. Very, very cute. So let's open this. I imagine we're going to use all of the ice, or at least most of it. Of course, you can put in however much you want, but like I said, I like a lot of ice. I'm missing every single cube. Did you see that? There's like 12 that just went flying. I'm a professional. There we go. I did use most of the ice, a little over halfway. There is a few cubes left. Now, it makes more sense in a lot of ways to add the resin first. However, when you do that and then you push the ice cubes in, it does create a lot of air bubbles. So when you do it like this, you can just let it set. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Set for a long time, so it kind of works around everywhere. You can also gently stir and mix with a toothpick, but some resins are just naturally runnier. So hopefully that's one of these, what this kind is. And then it'll kind of just run through and settle where it needs to. I am loving the shade though. Very lightly tinted purple. Yeah, it's doing a pretty decent job of running in the front at least. But I will definitely move it with a toothpick. Just gonna let it kind of settle here for a bit and see if I need to add more. I know that this isn't a good angle because I can't turn it on its side, but this did go down lovely. Didn't really have to move anything. I did see like a big bubble that I poked and put an ice cube over and kind of directed some of the resin where it needed to go down, but this looks really nice. A few very tiny bubbles, not too worried, but I think I'm gonna let them sit here just for a little bit, see if they come up to the surface and I'll pop them. But I did notice there's like right here, there is a very clear front and back. There's no bumps right here, and that's where you place the stickers. So I like that too. So you know exactly where to put it, so it's not like too high, too low, that kind of thing. But yeah, I'm gonna let them sit and cure it, and then I will be back to show you a side view. And I think if there is gonna be air bubbles, it's not gonna be as noticeable because it's such a light color. But obviously we're going to test that theory. These did turn out very good. I feel like I mean, maybe there's a little bit of air bubbles, but there's also so much ice you can't really distinguish the air bubbles. So that's good. Next step is to film the rest of the way to the top with that resin and then cure them again. That way we have a flat base to set those eyeballs. So hopefully there's enough resin in here. If not, I definitely have clear resin, and that will do. Probably didn't even need to put this kind of nozzle on it, but I do like the nozzles. I feel like it cuts down a little bit on bubbles. Maybe not, maybe that doesn't even matter, but there we go. As soon as I say that, and then there's like a big old air pocket in there. It is very nice runny resin though, which is what you need for making drinks or anything where there's stuff suspended in it, I feel like. All right, and I don't know if I mentioned that before I cut it, but I did put every little last piece of ice in there because I was scared there wasn't enough resin in here, and obviously the ice is taking up room in the cup, so I wanted to make sure that we didn't run out of resin. Okay, so these are just about full. Again, might let them set a little bit just to make sure we don't have any bubbles. Then I'll cure them and then we will be back. The absolute second I was walking these outside, both of them, I was staring down at them like this. Within a half a second, that massive air bubble showed up, and there's one over here too. But I don't think you're gonna be able to see them because the one's on the back side and there's gonna be eyeballs on top. So, but you should see me. I was like, oh, freaking course. Like, why does it always happen? Why does that always happen to me? I don't know why that was such a mouthful. I'm also realizing we gotta manually stack these. I thought that one came stacked up like that. I'm like, girl, I don't think we got enough resin for that. I don't think they gave us enough. Let's see here. Ooh, are these rubbery?
We'll have this in our videos from now on.
Oh, thank you. It's not in screen though, so they can't see it. Oh. So we're gonna have one extra eyeball, it looks like.
Well, I'm trying.
They do have like a bit of a squish to them. They're only one-sided. That's gonna be a little difficult, I feel like.
Angle it so they can see it.
Also, I feel like you have to have clear, because isn't that gonna show? So I said they gave us an extra one. However, look right here. Doesn't look like they put 3 down and then 1 on top to make that triangle. So that's, I think, what they did. This whole time I've had this bottle upside down. So let's see if we can manage to squeeze out enough. And again, you're gonna have to make sure you're paying attention because this is the side where you're gonna put those stickers. So let's do one at a time. Hopefully I place this on there correctly the first time. Okay, I kind of dropped that in there. I'm trying to put it so, of course it's hard because they're rolling everywhere. Oh my goodness. Gosh, and that's exactly what I didn't want to happen. I don't know if you can tell, but it's not built up all the way, and I kind of forgot about that. And I'm gonna wipe these off. We're gonna do this a different way. I'm gonna use some clear resin because I want it to be flat, completely flat, so that the eyes aren't sinking below a little. So let me add some clear to both of these and cure those. Okay, so I filled them up some more and, you know, different type of resin, so I think it did give a little bit of air bubbles on top again, but let's do this one first. I don't have too much left in here. You can buy just plain clear resin. So if you don't have any left over from these projects, I would definitely suggest investing in some. Get some off Amazon because you never know when you are going to need a little bit of clear resin. Mm-hmm. You agree?
Yeah.
You're so funny. Okay. So this is the front. So let's put an eyeball there. And one over here, And I guess it doesn't matter if they look wacky because it's kind of supposed to. I'm going to straighten that and then zap it. While the other one is curing, I'm going to, yeah, that's flat at the top. I might have to do the 3, yeah, and then the 4th one on top separately. I feel like you have to. You shouldn't need too much. That might be more than what's needed. So we're going to put 2 facing forward, and then 1 I guess would be facing backwards. Oh my gosh, these are the most frustrating things to pick up, even with precision tweezers. So, yeah, where my thumb is the front. I'm gonna put 1 there. Oh no. 1 wonky like that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's straighten them out a little. And then we're gonna put 1 on the back side. I'm just gonna drop it like that. That's pretty cute. Make sure it's straightened in the front and then cure it. I was reading these instructions that I always never read. And it actually tells you to do this, to make the pyramid and then put 1 on top. So I was interpreting those instructions correctly. It gives you some tips. Yeah, so it does say to decorate the tray last, I guess, so you know where you want the juice and the eyeballs, so they're not like causing it to be bumpy when you set it on there, if that makes sense. But let me add the smallest little bit of resin in between here. Add that last eyeball, we'll cure it, we'll put the mouth pieces on, and then we can decorate that tray. I don't know, I'm having a really hard time deciding which one from this series is my favorite. Gosh, they have all been so cool. You have an opinion? What's yours?
Haunted house.
You told me you didn't like the haunted house because it wasn't spooky enough.
Well,
Dead silence.
It was supposed to be a realistic spooky
Oh, well no, these are kids' toys. They're not supposed to be scary. That's pretty cute. Let's cure that. Okay, these are pretty cute. I like them. I maybe should have rolled this one a little bit closer so it's more down. But the black dot on that one's a little kind of oval shape, so it looks a little wonky. But now we can put the stickers on. I'm gonna cut them because I was trying to see how they are, and it does lift like that. So let's cut this thing in half. Now it shows the smaller one with the teeth on the larger guy, and it's gonna go like right there. So let's peel that back. I'm gonna wipe it on my shirt real quick. Hopefully there's no oil there. And it goes like right there. I think I placed it correctly so it's not on any bumps. You can definitely see that there's like a spot there where it's flat and it doesn't have these little bumps on it, but it's still a little hard to tell because it's all clear. You're gonna press it down real good and then gently lift up, make sure it transfers. If it's sticking for any reason, just push it back down and keep pressing down. Voila. That is pretty cute. This might be my favorite one from this set. Without seeing the rare in person, this might be my favorite. Now again, let me wipe that one off on my t-shirt. Let's lift this back. And looks like maybe right there is where it goes. Press, press, press. Now we're going to try to lift it. Those are transferring nicely. All right. Pretty good. So that's how they look so far. I love them. Love the color too. Now, we get to put them on here. I have them like this. And then you can fill in the spaces with the googly eyes And these are what the googly eyes look like. 3 big ones, 3 medium, 3 little. So let's see. I might put a big one right in the middle. That's cute. Maybe a small one up here. I want to kind of do like the middle and then the outer areas. Oh, that is adorable. Okay, let's see. Maybe a medium one here. Maybe a bigger one and just kind of go around. Try to, maybe a medium one there. Oops, maybe that was too close. Yeah, we'll do a medium over here. Maybe I should space them out more, but it's most likely going to sit like this on my desk. I think this has qualified as one of my favorites that will make it to the infamous desk where all the favorites go to live forever. It's so cute. I think I'm going to do a little one up here. And then we'll turn it and, oh, let me see if I can grab it and move it. Yeah. That's kind of nice that they don't, they're not like super sticky. So you can, if you drop them, they're not gonna move too much. All right. Now we have 3 more. I think I'll do a big one right here where we have the spot for it. And then maybe the medium one right here. I get why they want you to have the drink there, but then it does get in the way. But for placement's sake, you do kind of need it there so you can see what you're doing. And then maybe the tiny one right there. That worked out perfectly. I think they gave you enough. So let's see what that looks like. So from the back looks like that. Side, front, oh my god. Let's put it on the other table too for the full effect. That is just so colorful, so cute, so creative. This has to be the best Halloween series yet. And the seasonal ones are normally my favorite. I feel like everyone so far was awesome. The haunted house was a great idea. The pumpkins I weren't that excited about, but that was actually super fun, super cute. And yeah, like I said, I will be finding this rare because I love Beetlejuice and I have the sandworm from last year, so I need that other one for my collection. But leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I would give this one a 10 out of 10. I haven't been rating them lately, but definitely a 10 out of 10 for this one. Stick around, stay tuned if you want to see me do more of the new Miniverse. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.